What's up, Aries? Let's see what messages Spirit has for all Aries placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the next 48. Yeah, you guys just got to the point. Okay. All right, so you guys have the Five of Cups, Two of Cups, Eight of Swords, Hanged Man, Nine of Coins, the Emperor, Star. You guys have the Knight of Wands, the Three of Coins, the Tower, and then at the bottom you have the Ten of Cups, the Strength, and the Devil. To the Ace of Cups. To the Ace of Swords. Okay, so you got a lot of new beginnings coming in. Especially with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to start to get clarity when it comes to your love life. A lot of you guys might feel displaced in the dating world right now. It's like you guys are going on apps, you guys are doing, you know, going on dates and stuff, meeting people, but it's like something's just not sticking. But I am seeing here that in the near future, based off of the energy that I'm reading here, you guys are going to have a little bit more clarity when it comes to your love life. Like maybe there's something, again, it's like what we attract is what we are. And so a lot of the people you're likely meeting are people that kind of embody your shadow aspect. And so that's why it's like very unappealing. And so it's like until you can learn to kind of appreciate those shadow aspects within yourself, then you'll kind of be able to see a silver lining with other people, because like people aren't perfect. Not everybody's gonna like check your boxes, you know. And so it's like there's something here about that. The overall energy though, just in general, which could apply during Aquarius season, there's something here about regret. There's regret of some sort of connection that you had with someone that puts you in your head. The weird thing is with this Five of Cups, Two of Cups, Eight of Swords, I feel like this is somebody like from your past. Like this isn't like recent. This isn't past year, 2 years. This is like 5 years plus. Like I'm really getting this energy that this is the one that got away. And so a lot of you guys are in your head about that, because I feel that there's a possibility at the time that you met this person that you have a strong connection with, you felt it was right person, wrong time. So it's like maybe they've moved on and they, you know, they're married or they have kids, or, you know, they're just, they're somewhere else. They're not reachable. You don't even talk to this person. It's like you're kind of wishing that you had played your cards right when that person was there. Because what I'm getting is like the first message that I got was just the fact that you're feeling displaced in the dating world. So it's like a lot of you guys could be coming to an age where you feel that you should be in a relationship. And, because you're not in one, and because you felt like the one like got away, it puts you in your head. So there's like regrets here about not having, I'm hearing not striking while the iron's hot is what I'm hearing. Okay, a lot of you guys though, that's like for a specific group of people. That's not for everybody, but that just needed to be said. But overall, I feel like you guys are in your head about when are you going to meet the right person. Aries, lately, you guys have been getting these like love reads. I don't know if like you guys, like I mentioned earlier, you guys are at a point in your life where you feel like marriage is important, being in a committed relationship is important, like growing with someone is important. And so there's an emphasis here about that. And so I feel like you guys are wondering when that one person's going to come in. But I feel too like there's another section of you where that used to be your mindset, and now you're kind of changing it and you're embracing being single, right? Some of you guys are just kind of like accepting, I'm hearing accepting your fate at this point in time. It's like, fine, you're single, it is what it is. You know, it looks like you guys are doing good. You know, you're making money. The Emperor card's here, that's your card. And so I just feel like you guys are in a good place. It's just a matter of like wanting to share this good place with someone, okay? So I genuinely feel like love is kind of at the top of your priority list, because this is for someone who's got their shit together. And so again, it's like, okay, when is it going to be my turn to meet my person kind of thing. So Let's break it down. So we have the Five of Cups. In the next 48, there's regret here. I feel like there's a missed opportunity somewhere along your path. Some of you guys could have passed up on a job, on a position. You guys could have passed up on moving locations. There's something here that you just passed up in the recent past. And so I feel like there's kind of regret over that because you're like, damn it, like I really should have taken that opportunity, or I really should have done this, or I should have, whatever. And so I feel like you guys are reminiscing on that. Well, not reminiscing, but more so dwelling. So some of you guys feel like there was a missed opportunity in the recent past that you wish that you would have kind of like jumped on, and you didn't. This could involve love. The Two of Cups. You guys could be dating someone. It's a small few of you that are actually in a committed relationship that I'm feeling. But for those of you that are, I guess this is where that applies. I feel like in the next 48 hours, it's like you and your person, your bond's just going to get stronger. Like maybe you started seeing somebody and you guys have taken it to that next level of serious commitment. And so like now there's like titles, right? And so again, you and your person's commitment to one another, I feel, is growing. And there's just this really strong attachment that you two have to each other. So I feel like a lot of you that have put yourself out there, like you're finally someone here. I want to say you met your match. There's nothing that really signifies that, but I just feel like this is someone that's on your level. Like they might think the same, but I'm thinking like they just feel the same way as you do, and so that makes the connection strong within itself. Again, for the lot of you with the Five of Cups and the Two of Cups in the next 48, you could be dwelling on a missed opportunity when it comes to love. I feel like someone here got wind of like a past lover, like, oh, did you hear so and so is married now, or oh, they won the lottery. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like it's a drastic change, and so I feel like somebody here is kind of dealing with that. With the Eight of Swords, you guys are in your head about something. Some of you guys could be in your head about this Two of Cups connection. Like I said, if you're like growing a bond with someone and it feels like it's getting deeper for some of you, it could be the fact of how quickly this is happening, right? It almost feels too good to be true. And so I feel like someone here is in their head because they're like, well, like when is the shoe gonna drop, or when is this person's mask gonna fall off? And so it's like you're almost expecting the worst, which I mean, Aries, I feel tend to be realists, but you guys are like pessimists as well, right? But it's like it's not that you mean to be. It like I feel like Aries can be happy-go-lucky, but at the same time too, I feel like Aries has like that pessimistic side of like, well, like that cynical side, right? And so you question everything, and so I feel like there is a possibility for you guys to self-sabotage. So if you're in a connection and you're in your head about this, like my advice to you is to get out of your head about it. Like just let things happen organically. Like if you're catching feelings for this person and they're catching feelings for you, like you can't force that to stop, right? That's like forcing yourself. That's like saying you've been in love with someone for like 5 years, right? And like you're still in love with this person after all these years, you're still in love with them. That's like someone telling you like, okay, stop being in love with them tomorrow. Stop being in love with them. You'd be like, that's stupid. That doesn't make sense. That's the same thing that's happening here. It's like you're trying to stop a feeling before it starts. It's already started. So it doesn't make sense. So don't put yourself in a position to self-sabotage, especially when it comes to love. You know, I feel like Aries have a lot to give when they're in relationships, especially when they feel secured, especially when they feel like, you know, they're the breadwinner. Aries wants to feel like they're the protector and that they're the ones taking care of everything and taking care of everyone. And so like you guys do have a lot of love to give, and so allow that love also to be reciprocated. You don't need to control the way things are going, you know, just get out of your head and enjoy what's happening. So I feel like in the next 48, like for those of you that are actually in your head about some sort of love situation, whether this is past, present, or even future, for some of you where this is coming in, it's like allow things to happen naturally. You know, it's like if you're going through this Five of Cups moment about this Two of Cups, like go through those emotions naturally, right? Like especially like I said, this is someone from like past. So like if that's the energy that you're going to be coming in with, then that's obviously energy and emotions that you haven't healed. So you guys need to heal those aspects of yourself, right? Like I mentioned at the beginning, it's like you guys are meeting people, possibly dating people that are showing you your shadow aspect, and you're like, so there's something here that you need to heal. Otherwise, you're just going to continue to be dissatisfied with people that come in because they're not checking all your boxes. But it's like, are you being realistic or are you being unrealistic, right? And that's just a whole other topic for a whole other day. But yeah, so do your best to get out of your head and just let things happen naturally, okay? With the Hanged Man here, again, there's a need to change perspective. So in the next 48, some of you guys will be coming out of this like Eight of Swords moment. I feel like you guys will either heed my advice or someone else is going to give you kind of the same advice. So either way, it's like you guys are going to do your best in attempts to get out of your head and to allow things to flourish. Others of you that are coming out of a connection, I feel like you guys, some of you guys could have come out from a long-term connection, and it was a very strong one, right, with this Two of Cups. But I do feel, too, it's like there's this need to detach yourself from this person. There might have been some codependency going on within the relationship. And so a lot of you guys, it's like, let's say you've been in this relationship for the last 5 years. It's like you guys are needing to reacclimate, right? You're having to like, okay, what is it to be single? Like, what is the dating world like? That's even if you care about the dating world, right? I feel like there's an Aries here that just got out of a relationship that couldn't care less about love, and like that's fine. But it's like for this first half, I do see here there is a need to call attention to that. But yeah, like you guys might feel stuck in this cycle of just like dwelling on the past, and so there's a need to change that. Also, too, in the next 48, you might just need to change your perspective on what it is that you feel stuck in. Some of you guys might feel stuck in a job, you might feel stuck in a location, you guys might feel tied to like a lease or something like that. So just know that like you're not tied to anything, it just feels like that. There's always a way out, there's a way through, okay? And so but there's a way to really there's a need to change your perspective on something you're feeling stuck on in the next 48. With the Nine of Pentacles, a lot of you guys have changed your perspective from wanting to be in relationships. I'm hearing the dating life, the dating scene is trash. So it's like a lot of you guys are going to be embracing this Nine of Pentacles. This is my single card, okay? With the Nine of Coins here, it's like you guys are looking good, you're feeling good. A lot of you guys are realizing that you're better off alone. A lot of you guys are kind of like giving into the flow of what's going on. So it's like some of you guys are just accepting the fact that love just isn't meant to find you right now at this point in time, if that's been on your radar. I see some of you guys still continuing to go out to date. I still see you guys like hooking up with people. Like I see all of that. I don't see any real commitment here, at least not anytime soon. There's something here that needs to be learned before you guys can move on to this next level. And again, this could just be you guys needing to learn to be a little bit more independent. And it's like, some of you guys are gonna be like, well, I've been single for like 10 years. I'm like, yeah, but in those 10 years, have you done all the healing that you need to do? And the answer is going to be like 50-50, but the real answer truly is no. And the only reason I say that is because you don't know what you've healed until you've gotten into a relationship with another person. Because like all you've done is play it safe, right? And not to say that you haven't gone like in and out of relationships in the last 10 years, but like someone who like truly can say that they've worked on themselves as someone that's like put themselves in positions to be in relationships and have truly seen the difference, right? So if that resonates with you, then hell yeah, like you have done the work. You know, it's like you've put yourself in situations where you've put yourself out there. There were no fears, because I feel like I'm talking to an Aries that like has been sheltering themselves. Like you hide behind your work, you hide behind the things that you want. Some of you are hiding behind your materials. And so it's like at the end of the day, there's no fulfillment there. But again, it's like the lessons that you're delaying by not being with people, by not exploring the idea of relationships, because keeping someone at arm's length just to hook up with them is still not learning any kind of lesson. It's just delaying the lesson. And so I feel here like there's someone that's been doing that, if not like majority of you, than some of you. So again, this message is like tailored to someone that that is highly resonating to that. But I really do see someone here that does enjoy being single. If not, you will enjoy being single, especially with that Hangman to the Nine of Coins, okay? The Emperor, a lot of you guys are in your power in the next 48. You guys could be trying to control a situation. Some of you guys could be bosses, and so like you're trying to put some things into action. Some of you guys do want to take control of your independence a little bit more. So I feel like this is like for an Aries that's like done with dating and done with the idea of love for the time being. It's like you guys want to be able to focus on looking good, feeling good, making that money, like being a high value man, being a high value woman is what I'm hearing. And so that's exactly what you guys are going to take control of, because I think that you're realizing, if you haven't realized it by now, is that with the emperor can be very controlling. So maybe you guys have been in positions where you've been controlling in your past relationships because you want these people to be exactly what you want them to be, right? And so because that hasn't happened, it's like you guys are like, well, I can't control anybody else, so I'm going to control myself. And so I feel like that's what's happening here in the next 48. You guys are taking control of either your finances, you're taking control of your diet, you're taking control of the things that you can control pertaining to you. Like you're focusing, I feel like somebody here's focusing on a glow up, right? And so I feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. With the star in the next 48, you guys could have some sort of wish that that you see come true. It's like you guys have been, like I said, there is a good like portion of you that have been healing and that like are finally like ready to put themselves out there. And so I feel like some of you that have done the work, it's like I'm hearing you're almost there, like you're almost healed, right? It's like you guys have been pouring your time and attention into something that means a lot to you. You guys could have a business, you guys could have kids, you guys could have pets, like you could have a hobby, right? So it's like there's something you've been pouring your emotions into, and I feel like in the next 48, you guys are going to continue to pour into that. But I feel like the message here is what you thought was just like a hobby has actually been healing you. So a hobby turns into into healing is what I'm hearing. So there's something that you do that brings you peace. There's something that you do that really it's something that you look forward to doing. And so in the next 48, it's like there's this moment possibly where you're like, man, like this really is healing. Like maybe your world is chaotic, right? And then you come home or you go and you do this one thing and you're like, oh, like this is where my peace is, right? And so it's like where your peace is where like all your good energy lies, where your highest timeline can possibly transmute from, right? And so that's something to take into consideration. With the Knight of Wands, that could be used. I mean, you guys are just like player energy. You guys just want to hook up. You guys just want to like have fun. I'm hearing girls want to have fun. Guys want to have fun. So I do see here that there is a possibility for you guys to be to put yourself out there. Also, too, those of you that are highly intuitive, I see your third eye opening here. You see that? Your chakra could be opening, your crown chakra. So you guys could be receiving downloads. There's a new idea that could spark in the next 48 hours. Those of you that are highly intuitive, you're going to be getting more intuitive confirmation on what the next step is, based on relationship, based on location, based on work. So if you've got questions that you want the universe to answer, I would suggest asking them in the next 48 and then paying attention. And it's literally as simple as saying like, what is my purpose? What is my next move? What is my next step? Like literally it is that easy, and you'll see how quickly the universe like responds, because that's the only question the universe wants anybody to ask, so that they can guide you, right? Because we're all trying to get to our higher purpose. And so, yeah, it's that easy. 3 of Coins, you guys could be dealing with coworkers in the next 48 hours. You could be dealing with friends as well. I see somebody here just like going out, having a good time. While you're out, you might meet somebody who's also fire sign, that Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. But yeah, I do see here, you do have a potential to go out and like meet someone random. Some of you guys could be hooking up in the next 48. But yeah, I see like in the next, I see you guys like working really well with a couple of people. So you and your coworkers probably get along really well. If you guys are bosses, your employees are really good. And so it's like they do everything that they can to make life easier for you. With your coworkers, you guys communicate really well. You guys bounce off of each other. There's a fluidity here. And so I feel like in the next 48, there's just going to be a continuation of that. I feel like if there's some sort of like group project, like you guys are going to kill it. I'm hearing great minds think alike. The Tower. And it's funny. What was it? It was a great minds think alike, but better minds think alone. And an Aries once told me that. He used to be one of my best friends. But he was just always sarcastic. I don't don't think that's a real saying, but anyways, just reminded me of him. But yeah, the Tower. You guys could be bringing a Tower moment to somebody. Some of you guys here are actually going to be bringing a Tower moment to your job. I see somebody here quitting. You guys could be moving on in the next 48. Whatever this collaboration is with your coworkers, if that's resonating, I see you guys doing really well. That like it could possibly cause a promotion, or it could cause like for your boss or somebody to of authority to ask to see if you guys can do another presentation, or if you can do that presentation again. There's something here about that. Yeah, so at the bottom, like I said, you had the Ten of Cups, you had the Strength, you had the Devil. A lot of you guys that end up in relationships in the near future, in the next 48, you could be focused on Ten of Cups. Okay, let's just break that down. So in the next 48, you could be focused on your Ten of Cups. You could be dealing with a Leo, or you could have a Leo placement, or Leo season is going to be prominent. You could also be dealing with a Capricorn. But there's something here about a bond between you and another person. I feel like if you're currently in a connection, again, this goes back to that Two of Cups. It's like you guys are going to genuinely bond to a point where it just feels like you both are like binded to each other. See how like they've got the little leash there? So I feel like there's someone here that you're bonding with, that you're gonna feel binded to. And so I really do see that there is a lot of potential with a new love interest, especially with this Ace of Cups to the Ace of Swords. Like I said in the beginning, you guys are gonna be getting more clarity on your love life, and that only comes through pouring into yourself. So some of you guys, the reason that you're still single right now is because a lot of you guys need to learn to pour into yourself, because you guys are always busy pouring into other people's cups. And so it's like Spirit's trying to align you so that you can finally just do for yourself and give to yourself for the time being. And again, to work on those shadow aspects. Yeah, the Moon as I split the deck. Okay, working on those shadow aspects. Yeah, so that you can attract love, so that you can make things right karmically. Okay. Hopefully that helps and resonates, Aries, and I will catch you guys on the next one.